Hello my fellow knights and warriors, this is the second part of my playthrough of Vanguard Clash scenario for the Cry Havoc game, and we are starting with turn 4. So Yorks are first to go, and the archers, they lost a couple of them, so they have only 2 here, and I will try to achieve something with them. So he targets this crossbowman. He has 38 versus 6, so this is 6 to 1, and he is on the 3 hex, and the 3 hex provides light cover. Light cover, yes. So this is 6 to 1 and 5 to 1 because of the cover, and 1 in the 5 to 1. This is C, so our crossbowman dies. And Grant spends one of his arrows. Now Fletcher, I think he cannot see anyone. Yeah. Sergeant Armin blocks his line of sight, and I cannot fire here because this knight blocks my line of sight. So no option for me to make a second shot. And now let's go and move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's make a way for my knights. It's 1. No. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. They will fight here. Sir Clagny lost his horse, so he has to fight on his foot. And now my foot warriors. Well, I have a problem here with Lancaster warriors coming and making some progress. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 5. We'll try to stop them, and they will remain here as my last reserve. So now the second missile fire phase. And now Fletcher can fire at this Lancaster sergeant. So this is 38 versus 9, so this is 4 to 1 and 3 to 1 because of the 3. 8, this is a miss. And Engarant. Oh well, he can fire at Sir Jacques. It will be 38 versus 12, so it's 4 to 1. And 3, okay, 3 in the versus missile mounted opponent. 3, this is B. Horse killed, rider stunned and dismounted. Okay, so Sir Jacques is losing his horse. And he is stunned and dismounted, and his horse dies. That's bad, very bad. And 1 arrow down. Now close combat. So Sir Peter attacks this stunned knight. This is 12 to 1, and 4, well, he dies. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now Sir James and Sir Clagney are attacking Sir Conrad. They have 26 versus 12, so this is 2 to 1. And 10, it is nothing. And now Sir Gilbert and Sir Alan are attacking Sir William. 50 versus 9, so this is 5 to 1. And 1. 1 in the 5 to 1. This is F. Defender killed. So Sir William dies. I am moving here. Sir Gaston attacks Watkin. So this is 26 versus 6, so this is 4 to 1. And 4 to 1. This is D. So Watkin is stunned. And now Bermin, Perkin and Sergeant Armin are attacking Guy. 17, 26 versus 6. 26 versus 6, it will be 4 to 1. And 9, no effect, I believe. Yeah, no effect. So that's all. No, I have one more combat here. 12, 23, 32 versus 8. 4 to 1. And 5 to 1 because he's on the unfavorable terrain, so 5 to 1 and 7. 5 to 1 and 7, this is C. Defender retreats 1 hex. So he walks there. And Ben takes the hex. So that's all for the for Yorks. Now let me see if any of them should be awake. Oh yeah, him and him. They are getting back to their senses. And him too. Okay, and now it is Lancaster turn. So first of all, my crossbowmen. Nicholas. He fires at Ben. This is 60 versus 8. So this is 7 to 1 and 6 to 1 because he's on the scrap. 7 in the 6 to 1. This is A. So he retreats 2 hexes. 1, 2 and 1 missile down. And Jacopa. And Jacopa can fire at Sir Gaston, because you can fire above the stunned characters. So this is 60 versus 30, so it will be 4 to 1. And 1. 1 versus mounted opponent in the 4 to 1, it is C. Horse unarmed, rider wounded and dismounted. So Sir Gaston is wounded and dismounted, but his horse is fine. Okay. And Jacopa spends his missile. Now my other crossbowman. So Albalaster, he fires at Sergeant Armin. This is 60 versus 9. So this is going to be 6 to 1. And 6 in the 6 to 1. This is A, so he has to retreat 2 hexes. 1, 2, and 1 missile down. And he hasn't any targets. So that's all for the missile combat of Lancasters, and now their movement. let's start here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And now there. Here the situation is definitely much more complex for Lancasters. They are still holding the field, but a lot of them are dead. Oh, Sir Gaston was also not marked, so I'm going to label him as York. It's easy to forget about it, and then you get problems. So my Lancasters are going to fight here in the middle. Sergeant Martin, 1, 2, 3. He will join the fray. And that's all, I think. So 9, 6, 9, 16, 26 versus 6. This is 4 to 1. And 10. Oh, no effect. And now 7, 17, 29 versus 6. This is 4 to 1. And 3. 3 in the 4 to 1. This is B. Oh, sorry, no, wrong. This is E. Defender wounded. So he is wounded. And now, middle part of the battle. Sir Richard and Sir Conrad are attacking Sir James. They have 56 versus 9. So this is 6 to 1 and 2. 6 to 1 and 2. This is E. Horse and armored rider wounded. Okay. And that's all. I mean, Sir Gilbert is here, but, well, he cannot do much. So, that's all, and now I can bring stunned Lancasters back to their senses. So, he wakes up. Anyone else needs to wake up? On the Lancaster side, I think not. So, this is 10-4 to go, and Yorks are, I think, in offensive now. Let's start with their archers. Any Lancaster that I can hit. Yeah, I can hit him, so that's what I'm going to do. There are only dead bodies on my way, so no problem. It's 38 versus 14, so this is 2 to 1. But I got 1, fantastic. Versus mounted, and 2 to 1 and 1. This is B. Horse killed, rider stunned and dismounted. Come on, this is Sir Richard. It's simply too good. So Sir Richard falls from his horse. He is stunned. Let's mark him as a Lancaster to remember about it. Lancaster. And his horse is dead. Okay, and 1 missile down. Now Engarant. Now, can I fire at anyone with Engarant? Actually I can, because this horse is dead, so I can fire at Sir Conrad now. It will be again 38 versus 12, so 2 to 1 and 6. This is no effect. So these are all my shots, and now movement. It is 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 1, and 2. So it is getting quite messy here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe now 3, 4, 5. So they will gank on him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He will try to get rid of these nasty archers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's all. Let him remain here as my last reserve. And now my archers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the entire movement of Yorks. Now combat. Let me see if these archers can hit at anyone. Here, no. No. So Fletcher cannot hit anyone. And Engerand, no. No. So they don't have any targets. And now combat. So I will start here with 10, 34. It's 34 and plus 7, it's 41. 41 versus 9. It will be 4 to 1. And 6 in the 4 to 1. This is C. Defender retreats 1 hex. But he cannot, because only this hex is allowed and this is adjacent to the enemy unit, so this is he is wounded. Now 7 and 9, so this is 16 versus 6, so it's 2 to 1. And 6 in the 2 to 1, this is A. 1 attacker wounded. So he is wounded. And now he cannot attack anyone. But now he can with 8 and 22. So this is 30 versus 6. It's 5 to 1. And 10, no effect. Next. Sir Roland and Sir Roger are attacking. No, well, they cannot. He's dead. This is dead horse. So no, I cannot. I have to move them. Okay, now it's fine. So I should walk him up before. My mistake. So now 54 and 64 and 70 versus 12. 70 versus 12, it will be 5 to 1. 8. Oh, 8 in the 5 to 1. This is no effect. And that's all here. So now there I have 11, 22 and 30 versus 7, so it's 4 to 1 and 1 in the 4 to 1. This is E. He is wounded. And that's all for Yorks. Yes, that's all for Yorks. So now Lancasters, but first of all let me check if there are no any stunned Yorks that I have to wake up. I think no. No. So now Lancasters. Now my crossbowmen. So Alexander, sorry, Arbalister fires at Sergeant Armin. So this is 60 versus 9. So this is 5 to 1 and 6. 6 in the 5 to 1. This is A. He has to retreat 2 hexes. 1 and 2. And 1 missile down. As for him, I think he hasn't anyone in his... oh wait, I believe he has down below. These are all Yorks. Well, him. Yeah, I have him in my range. So this is 16. So this is short range for the crossbow. So this is 60 versus 8. So this will be 8 to 1, no, 7 to 1. 7 to 1 and roll 9. 7 to 1 and 9. No effect. Oh, that's bad. It was his first shot. So now these two. And now Nicholas targets Sergeant Tyler. So it's 7 to 1. And no effect. He fails completely. While Jacopa fires at him too. So it's again a 7 to 1. And what a luck he has. Two crossbowmen firing at him and they both missed. That's unusual. Okay, so now infantry movement. Kodemar moves here. Francisco moves there. Oh, sorry, no. Kodemar cannot move because he fired. So he's not allowed to move. My Lancasters are remaining here, holding a line. While my horsemen... Oh, I have only 2 Lancaster horsemen alive. That's not good. So he walks out of here. Or maybe not. He's going to stay. And now there. My Lancasters did some progress here, but Yorks have still a lot of men as well, so not much of movement here. Let's go and check for the attacks. So here, 10, 15, 22, 22 and 32. 32 versus 3, it's 3 to 1, it's 10 to 1, and 7 in the 10 to 1, this is E, he's wounded, so he dies. No, sorry, my mistake, increase. Okay, so no, it's 5, it's him, yeah. Okay, so he dies, that's fine. And now here, 12 and 22 versus 5, so it's 4 to 1. And 4 in the 4 to 1, this is D, he is stunned. And finally, Sir Richard and Sir Gilbert are attacking Sir Alan. 15 and 28, it is 38, 43. 43 versus 11, so it's 3 to 1. And 6 versus mounted, 3 to 1, it's 6. No effect. And this concludes all the Lancaster attacks, I believe. Oh no, sorry. Sir Conrad can attack Sir Clagny. 26 versus 5, it's 5 to 1. And 2. 5 to 1 and 2. He is wounded. He was already wounded, I believe. Yeah, so he's dead. And he takes this hex. So that's all for Lancasters. I think Yorks are doing better, but well, you never know what might happen. So I'm still far from saying who is going to win this battle. So let's go with turn 6, and Yorks are on the run. They are finally achieving something, and now let's go to the first missile fire phase. So Engerand and Fletcher can fire. Do they have any targets? As for Fletcher, well, I think I can fire at him. So yeah, this is short range and -1, and I have 38 versus 7. So this is 5 to 1, -1 is 4 to 1, and the roll is 10, no effect. So one missile down, and now Engerand. He cannot, because Fletcher blocks his line of sight. And maybe here somewhere. No, there are no enemies in his line of sight. So no missile combat for him. And now we have York's movement. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. He will try to get rid of this nasty crossbowmen. Here they will attack more, and there I need to take care of Sir Conrad, who is the biggest problem for me. 1, 2, 3. They are fine to attack him. And now Sir Richard and Sir Gilbert. They are both problematic here. So 1. No, it's a Lancaster, so I cannot move him. And finally, let's go here. I'm trying to achieve something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's all for Yorks here and there as well. So next we have a second missile combat phase, and now York can fire at Sergeant Martin, and he does. It is 38 versus 4, so this is 9 to 1, and let's make a roll. This is 7 in the 9 to 1 missile versus infantry. This is B, so he is wounded, so he dies. One missile down. And Fletcher, let me think. Fletcher fires at Francisco. So 38 versus 7, it is 5 to 1 and 4 to 1 because of the woods. And 4 In the 5 to 1, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is B. No, in the 4 to 1. So it's A. So he has to retreat 2 hexes, 1 and 2. 1 missile down. And now combat phase. So, Geoffrey, Sir James, and Sir Roger are attacking Sir Conrad. 11, 22, 46. 46 versus 12. It will be 3 to 1. And 1. Amazing. Versus mounted. 3 to 1 and 1. D. Horse killed, rider stunned and dismounted. So Sir Conrad is losing his horse. He is stunned. And his horse is dead. Okay, now Sir Roger attacks Sir Richard. 30 versus 12. It is 2 to 1. And now it is 2 in the 2 to 1. This is C. Defender retreats 1 hex. And now I wonder if he can. Here he will be adjacent to Sir Alistair, so no. Cannot here, he cannot there. So no, he cannot retreat, so he is wounded. Now, Sir Thomas and Sir Alan are attacking Sir Gilbert. So 34 versus 12. It is 2 to 1. And 7 in the 2 to 1 versus mounted opponent. This is no effect. Now, here. Five and 7 and 6. So they have 18 versus 6, so it's 3 to 1. And 2. 2 in the 3 to 1, this is D, so he is stunned. Okay. And now here. Sir Peter attacks Albalister. He has 24 versus 5, so it's 4 to 1. And 5 to 1 because he's on the unfavorable terrain. So it's 5 to 1 and 6. 5 to 1 and 6. This is C. So defender retreats 1 hex. So he goes here and he makes his movement like that. And finally there. So they are attacking him. They have 22 versus 4, so this is 5 to 1 and 5. In the 5 to 1, this is D, so he's stunned. And he was wounded, so he dies. And now they are attacking him. 9, 20, 32 versus 8. 4 to 1, but 3 to 1 because he's on the unfavorable terrain. So 3 to 1 and 8. Oh my, not good. 3 to 1 and 8. This is no effect. That's bad. And Sergeant Tyler, well, he doesn't want to attack him. He will simply stay here, making him unable to fire in his turn. Okay, so that's all for the Yorks. Now let me check if I have any Yorks to wake up. No. Oh, I should mark him as Lancaster. I forgot about giving him label as he appeared on the board. Okay. He is Lancaster. Oh, he is York. So let him back to his senses. And no other Yorks that needs to be rallied. So now we are moving back to Lancasters. And now, these two crossbowmen cannot fire because they have enemy on the adjacent hex. Same goes to Nicholas, he cannot fire because he has Sergeant Tyler on the adjacent hex, but Jacopa fires on Sergeant Tyler. So he has 60 versus 8, so this is 8 to 1, or maybe 7, no, it's 7 to 1, sorry. And now let's make a roll, it's 6 in the 7 to 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so he is wounded. One missile down. And that's all for the Lancaster's missile combat phase. Well, no, he can fire, and now where he can fire. Let me see. Well, I can fire at him. My line of sight here is not crossing top lip of the slope, so I can fire at him. I have 30, I have 60 versus 11, so this is 5 to 1, and he is in the medium cover, I believe. Slope, slope, slope. Yeah, so it's 3 to 1, and definitely no effect. Okay, that's all for Lancaster missile combat, now definitely, and now Lancaster movement. A lot of them are already dead. So I will go here. And he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He will try to attack this short bowman because, well, they are dangerous. We already learned about it. And here on the south, my Lancasters are, well, they are surrounded. Ah, that's bad. Okay, so I don't think I haven't much to do here as well. I wonder about him. He has only 2 movement points, so 1, 2. Or maybe no, he will stay here. So that's all for the Lancaster movement, and now Lancaster combat. I will start here with Winkin and Sergeant Wood attacking Zhao. They have 23 versus 7, so it's 3 to 1 and 1. This is E, so Jean is wounded. Here, Sir Gilbert and Sir Richard are attacking Sir Alan. They have 35 versus 11, so it's 3 to 1, but 2 to 1 because Sir Gilbert is on unfavorable terrain, so it's 2 to 1 and 2 versus Mounted Warriors. This is C. Defender retreats 1 hex, and he cannot. Why? Because if he retreats here, he will be still adjacent to his enemies, and due to this fact, he is wounded. Okay, now Reese, Frederick, and Wilhelm are attacking Odo. They have 32 versus 5, so it's 6 to 1. And 10, no effect. And finally Mark, he attacks Engerant, 7 versus 4, this is 1 to 1, and 8, no effect. So that's all for the Lancaster's combat. Not very effective, I have to say, but well, they are about to lose this battle, I'm afraid. So that would be all for the turn 6.